Crowd of boys, peace. What's good with you boys out there? I come to talk to you boys today about semen retention and sexploitation and hidden secrets of semen retention in this time of 2024. And before I jump into this topic, I just want to send my gratitude out beforehand of you guys who are subscribed, and if you're new, welcome. I'm not going to spend too much time on this intro because this is a valuable topic, very important key in the semen retention journey to learn about this side of semen retention and what has captured us and had us, or some of us still has us under a certain control. Why certain guys just can't get a grasp or reach certain heights on this semen retention journey. Okay? With that said, once again, I send my gratitude for you guys who show your love and appreciation for the content. Once again, if you're new, sit back, relax, and if you enjoy the content at any point, give it a like, subscribe. You dig? First, let's talk about what sexploitation is. All right? Sexploitation is the commercial exploitation of sex, sexual attractiveness, and sexually explicit material. This is what you may see on TV. In our time, if you're still watching TV out there, you know, it's more sex put in our face, more sexual images, all right? Especially sexuality, okay, in this modern time of 2024, where different preferences are pushed. Some may say it's an agenda. Some may say it's, equality. But it seems like everything has been hypersexualized and more sexualized, and with the introduction of different preferences also. And this is no knock to anyone that has different preferences in sex. I'm just putting it out there that sex, period, has been put on a stage where it's kind of unavoidable if you're out going places with dress codes and things like that. All right. You may see this in movies, of course, with a lot of rated R movies, but I've seen PG-13 movies where it's been sexual, or hinting, planting the seed of sex in some messages if you tap into certain movies. All right, but that's been, this has been going on since it's been TV, since it's been movies. It's been slowly introduced, but more rampant, all right, more put out there. We hear this in our music, A dying genre in music is R&B. Soul music is not the same as it used to be in the 90s, the 80s, even early 2000s, but 2010, we're in 2024 now, where our music is wild. And it's not just sex. It's a whole nother topic I could talk about, but stick with it here because we're talking about semen retention, all right? But there's a lot of death that's talked about in our rap music that gets promoted, with drill music and all this other stuff. If you tapped into rap music, R&B is very sexual now. Is very explicit. These lyrics and these words have power. Okay? And I'm not knocking, once again, any type of music or I'm just pinpointing certain genres that's heavy in the colored community, if you will, in the melanated community. Our soul music It's very different now than what it is. You have something called trap soul. All right. But understand that, as music and evolution happens, things are going to change. There's going to be changes within, certain genres. Of course, your pop music, your rock music, all at times, they have their, sex symbols and whatever the case may be where sex is talked about. And there's nothing wrong with the music. All right. You can tap into music and use it to garner up a certain energy to create the environment, to create the ambiance, to set the vibes. All right. It's just about the vibration that you're on and that you want to be on, the frequency that you move with. All right. Trust me, I listen to the music today because I need to listen to be able to hear what's going on out here in these streets. You need to be aware. Okay. So, some guys ask me, do I listen to secular music? Because, I'm more on a spiritual journey, but everything is spiritual once we really tap in. Everything is spiritual. Everything is energy. It must be studied and it must be apprehended for the knowledge and what's its purpose here for. And when you find out that it's destruction, to self-hate, to put images in front of you to either motivate you to get to a certain point, or it can be a hindrance. All right. Let's keep going. Your social media. Okay. Your social media right now with your shorts also. And shorts were created on your YouTube, on your Instagrams and stuff like that, because people have short attention spans now in 2024. So to catch your eye for a good 30 seconds or 20 seconds and know you're going to pay attention to it. And if you really like that video, if you really like that little twerk video or a female popping up that's gorgeous, that got a crazy body or something like that, right? It's easy to get stuck on that image. They put this material in front of you to trigger you. It's a trigger for guys that don't have control. Let me say that. It's a trigger for guys that don't have control on semen retention. What I've noticed with these social media accounts and stuff like that, and as a creator now, right, is that once when you trick the algorithm with a certain video and time that you spend on the video is going to pop up on you more. And as a content creator, speaking about these things too, about these videos and speaking about semen retention, I get the videos that pop up on me too of different things, all right, of women, okay? It tricks my algorithm with that. I look at those images, not gonna lie, and it's attractive women on there. But do I spend my time? Is that my purpose on here? No. When I get into that mode and too many images flash up on me, I got to get off the phone. All right? I'm wasting too much time on my phone. So I have to go and get creative. All right? I can't be stuck on it longer than the time permitted. Okay? My attention span to nonsense like that is very short, instead of my attention span to talks like this that's giving me knowledge and wisdom. If you're listening to me out there, all right? Talks like this, looking up more material, doing your studying, picking up a hobby. You will have a longer attention span once when you practice those habits on that. And once when you get distracted by something that's some bullshit, like the little twerk video, or a female with a fat ass and she playing out a skit and that may be a trigger for you, listen, bro, get off the phone, turn your phones off. Social media is exploiting you, okay? The advertisements, all right? When you look at, fashion or clothes or something, that can even be a trigger. Understand that your mind is very fragile when you are releasing constantly on semen retention. You're playing back and forth, going a week, you're going 2 weeks, you're going a month, and then falling off 3. You know what I mean? You really have to take this journey serious and stretch this journey out to really gain control over yourself. Because this is a true addiction. And it goes without saying, obviously, pornography, all right? And pornography is free as hell. How real is that? The most graphic thing you can see. YouTube, they want to make you pay for, a subscription and stuff like that. But, the other sites do too. The P sites do too. You feel what I'm saying? But you can get all the content you need for free. All right, on there. So you need to be careful because it's easily to be accessed. That's why it's like that. It's easy access. You pay with your energy by giving it away to that unseen force. That's how you pay. It's free as hell. And as far as USD or whatever currency you may use in your country, if you're coming across this audio. And once again, shouts out to you if you come across. Make sure you like this content. If you follow what I'm saying so far, all right? But understand that you are paying some type of way. The science behind it all is that sex sells. When we talk about your TV, the advertisements and movies and the music, it's all entertainment. It's stimuli. All right? Sex is a stimuli. So however you can get stimulated, and if your mind is stimulated by that because your mind isn't strong enough to overcome sex or releasing, then your mind is still weak. But the forces that be understand that sex sells. That's what catches your attention. That's why woman attraction for some guys is still the main topic. They still worried about women, bro. It plays on the desire, the sexual images, and intensity of the energy of sexual desire, which holds that direct effect on our emotions as men. Us men, we have trouble expressing ourselves in other ways other than sex, especially with the opposite sex. Being emotional as a man or having emotions as a man is almost blasphemy to some people. We don't know how to deal with our emotions all the way. We're not emotional beings. Women are. Women are the emotional beings. And I'm gonna really dive deeper into it. So stick with me here. But understand that when we feel some type of way, getting that release is how we deal with our emotions. Getting that dopamine hit. Because men, we can't voice our emotions. No, that's forbidden. Because then you a bitch. You're acting like a female. No, you're just in touch with your feminine side and using feminine energy to express yourself a certain way. That's truly what it is. It's feminine energy, your emotions. Women being the number one consumers, right, in the economy. They consume, a lot of things, furniture, jewelry, clothes, shoes, stuff like that. Women are the number one consumers. So everything is catered to the woman when they're trying to sell something. All right. Us men in this economy, however you want to play, we are consumers as well. But what gives us a real stimuli is actually the feminine touch. It's feminine energy. Okay? Follow me here. We dwell more because we know we can obtain things and objects and materials and stuff like that, but we kind of have shied away from doing that to impress women, because that's what attracts certain women. And notice I said certain women, not all women, certain women. Not all women want to be with you because you got money. Not all listen, and if you're on semen retention and you get woman attraction, you know how much money you got in your pocket. And these women want you. All right? These women want you, bro. They don't care because your energy has everything to do with this. Because you make them feel a certain way. They're in their emotions. All All right, they're dealing with their emotions now, how they feel about you, their mood, the intensity that they go through when you show up and they look at you and they see that glow on you. All right. Back to women being the number one consumers in the economy. Follow me here. Think of women who shop and how modern women, how they dress. Even women are attracted to sexually revealing outfits. Women also, compliment each other on how they look. Oh, that's a bad bitch. Or, she's pretty. And they do that comfortably about other women. Like, damn, she got a fat ass. Or, you know what I mean? Women can, but us men, we feel the same way about it. But some of us guys aren't bold enough to just tell or just speak out loud like that. Especially if you're on semen retention. We don't care about none of that shit. So we not coming like that. That's not really even game for real for a dude to do that. But that's how women, I don't want to veer off too crazy, but that's how women, that's how they operate. All right. They are attracted to sexually revealing stuff because they see how certain females look, how they are shaped, and they admire that. Some women aspire to have that shape and that look. All right. It's something that is natural for them. All right. For us men, that is not natural at all. That's what I was getting to. All right. That's something naturally that women do. That's off the cuff. Okay. Women also have been sold that looking or dressing a particular way makes you more attractive and sexy. And this is true, but they typically attract people in that energy of sexual desire, the more revealing that these outfits are. All right, because they know that it plays a mind on it plays on a mind of a man seeing a female dress sexy. Regardless, on semen retention or not. Like, I look at women now. Like I said, man, these videos pop up on me or whatever. I look at them. Oh, damn, she bad. Then I scroll up. I'm out of there. You know what I mean? Is when you see a nice looking female, that's only natural. I'm just in my natural state. I can only be me. All right. I can't just erase my thoughts and just forget about it. And this is some of the things I like to tell guys, that you have to address certain things because you're scared to address it. You think it may trigger you. Chill. You got control, bro. Like, it ain't that serious. All right. It's really not that serious. But once again, it can be serious if you have a weak mind. All right. This takes building to really get through and do. Okay. Attracting that type of energy, all right, towards you. You're wearing something revealing, sexy, provocative. That's going to attract a certain energy towards you. It's going to attract someone that's going to look at that and says, hey, that's kind of provocative, sexy. As a man on semen retention, I'm not approaching that. Okay? First of all, I'm not really approaching women regardless, but I don't even want to have a conversation with you, depending on how revealing, you're taking it. Okay? And it depends on where we're at, what type of forum we're at. All right, we're at a pool or something like that. You got a bathing suit on. That's one thing, right? You can't judge someone off wearing a bathing suit, but still, women know their shape. They know how they look. So I've seen a couple things. All right, being at the pool and stuff like that this summer with my son. It is what it is. All right, you can't help that. I still got to enjoy life, bro. You got to still enjoy life. So it's going to be revealing things out here. Toughen up. All right. Once again, this plays on the emotion. All right, it plays on your emotions. Get control over yourself. Get control over your emotions. Get control over that sexual desire. All right. Women being the emotional beings, once again, of feeling sexy or attractive. And let me go back and say that again. Women being the emotional beings, as I said before, right? They need to have the feeling of being sexy or attractive. They are in their emotions, natural state. So it's important to them to feel sexy and attractive. So that's why they wear what they wear sometimes. It's about them feeling a certain type of way. Sometimes it really got nothing to do with the dudes, bro. It don't got nothing to do with you sometimes, all right? A woman with class, right, is what you want. Someone that's classy. But understand that if you're not validating, right, if you're not telling her how sexy she is or how good she looks, she's going to try her best to, for you in particular, if you want semen retention, right? And you're, seeking females, or you're just out and about and you're at a place and there's females around. You can tell who has the energy of a classy woman and not, and by the way she dresses. Understand that she is going to make it in a way where she is appealing to you in that fashion, okay? So it's not all a negative thing, all right? You have to be the judge, okay, of what it looks like in front of you when it happens and read the room, all right? Be the force in there. Understand your surroundings, bro. Have that awareness. Test the spirit. That's all right? But women need to feel that way. It's very important to them. If they don't feel that way, then, their energy is down. Okay? Men are consumers too, like I said before, but we are more visual when we see things in images. We are more visual when we see these images. Women are the emotional ones, and we want logic and stuff like that, but we need to see it for proof. Boom, this is what it is, fact. All right? So women, let's go back now. Women dressing more provocatively, it triggers that emotion of sexual desire and lust with thoughts that may go in a man's mind or his body having a reaction. Once again, now you're trying to use logic in a situation where you should really be tapped into emotion and what you're feeling. But you're trying to use logic. Oh, she dressed like this. She looked at me. She stared at me. That must mean this. That must mean that. Nah, bro. It can mean a lot of things. But understand, you still need to read the room. Use your energy. Test the spirit. Okay? Especially the way the women also wear their hair, okay? Different colors, okay? Whatever you like and whatever your preference is, if you see it, you know what I'm talking about, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Just go with the flow of it, all right? With the man and where our mind goes and the reaction, and some guys can act a certain way with women if they see them dressed a certain way, or, try to put themselves in a position to be noticed themselves, all right, by sexier, attractive women. Like, do too much, basically. Guys, you don't have to do that, all right? Just be you. If a woman doesn't notice you and she's not giving you attraction, you want semen retention, or she's showing you attraction, it is what it is, bro. Everybody's not going to like you. And why should you even care if that woman likes you or not? Once again, man, there's a lot of guys still stuck on the woman aspect of semen retention. And this is one of the things why I'm talking about sexploitation. Okay? Because we've been exploited on this during our lives, and we have bought into sex and how much it means to us as men. This is breaking that up, all right? Women understand power to P. They know how much power they hold and how it can have a hold if they get the right guy to fall into their whim. But understand that is a weak man. And a weak man can be at her mercy because she knows she holds the key to control that man with sex and using sexploitation to her advantage. For example, try to make you jealous, talking or dating other dudes to plant in your mind someone else can have sex with her, or, just give her attention just to get your attention. All right. See your reaction and test you. All this is a test. And I understand guys who wouldn't want to deal with women because they see their bullshit and stuff like that. And that's just, a short example. All right. That I just gave. All right. But women, they use, sex as a weapon to either make up for a mistake or argument. This is some of the personal things I went through, using sex as, to make up for mistakes or argument. If you're in a relationship or been in a relationship or have been, going through relationships where sex was, a crutch in you guys' relationship or whatever the case may be, this is what I'm referring to. All right. If, you've been in the past, just wanting sex, got somebody or whatever the case may be, right? Just follow me here. And, using sex, to make up, the makeup sex. Everybody say the makeup sex is always the best sex. But sometimes certain problems don't need sex. It actually needs communication and actually talking about things instead of using makeup sex as the crutch to render and say, all right, I messed up, or, I made a mistake. Let's make up by X, Y, and Z. Something other than sex, not having makeup sex. All right. Or even withholding sex. Women withholding sex because they from you. Because they know holding out on it is going to rile you up. You got to bust off somehow. So, they take the danger of you either going out, cheating, stepping up, or you just beating off to get yours off. Eventually, you're going to get tired of jerking off. And you're going to want your girl, so you're going to do what you have to do to get her back, to get access. And you are a weak man for that. If she did something or you said something and you trying to stand on it and she not giving it up, you need it that bad where you just not going to stand on what you said as a man in the world. And that's how women make men into simps, bro. They have you under that whim, have you hypnotized because they know you want sex. They know how much you value sex. Women aren't stupid. But a dude on semen retention that can say no, nah, I'm good. Oh, that's why they fuck with you. They respect that. That's why they fuck with you in the beginning, for real, for real. You able to say no? What? You're not having sex. You don't want to have sex with me, but you're different. They can't control you. They already sense like, damn, I can't control him with that. So, they're going to have to be strategic in other ways to try to control you. And when they find out that they really can't because they really have no weapon other than the P to try to control you, it goes much easier. But some women will still try and find out that they can't. And it just is what it is, all how it plays out. A lot of women aren't ready to submit. That's what it is. When they find out they can't control you, I can't submit to them. All right? That's how it plays out. You're still going to be the problem, gentlemen, on semen retention. All right? You just got to hope that you run into a real one that understands and willing to submit. It's a journey. It's still a search. You're not going to find the right one right away, but understand that it's a journey. It's okay. But you have to be active and get through this exploitation to understand that you have revealed something and that sex cannot control you. And you'll be able to talk to these women for real, without an agenda. And they know your agenda. Understand at that point or at certain points that you'll be chasing. All right? You in this race to chase cat. or chasing that dopamine hit. It's all a chase, guys. You're chasing a feeling. And what does it really last? 5 minutes? All for that? You're going to waste a month of semen retention for 5 minutes? And guys don't think that it's a problem, right? You got a problem for real. If you're willing to give up parts of yourself just for that instant gratification. Meditate on that for a minute, guys. Understand at that point, you're chasing, you're being extorted out of your energy for exchange of sex leading to releasing. All for what? Now here's the hidden secret. And I purposely made this long audio to put this hidden secret here. All right? Because this information is worth knowing and needing. Okay? And guys, I encourage you to do your studying also on this topic of sexploitation. It's here for you to study also. Do some more diver deep into what I'm talking about. I know I will be. You need to be informed. Okay? The hidden secret is this, is that semen retention is taking that said power that you have been given away back. That's why guys say, and I've seen guys have the debate in my comment section about having superpowers. You're just getting and gaining your energy back. True indeed, it can be all that into one. It's whatever you believe and have faith in. Some days I feel indestructible on semen retention. And I know guys can relate. They are in their God frequency. They're moving as a God upon this earth. So I understand the energy that's flowing through you and going through you. So you're absolutely right. You are a super being on this earth when on semen retention. It's just about how far you want to take it and what you're going to use your powers for, what you are going to turn this energy into. You can't be exploited sexually if you don't consume sexually explicit content or dealing with women on semen retention. If you're serious, it's impossible. If you're not releasing, you're not worried about women, you're not consuming anything sexually. You make a pledge, you say to yourself, listen, I'm not dealing with women right now. I'm not watching no porno. I'm just keeping myself to myself and see where it goes. You can't be exploited at this point. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Instagram. I have Facebook actually because I run a business and I go on Marketplace. I deleted it and then had to re-download it again. But, the content is very important, what you consume and what you're not consuming. All right. These are triggers. They can trigger you. You can see something 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You could have woke up 7 o'clock in the morning, seen an image at 3 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock at night now. And you think it didn't affect you that much. But in those moments when you're bored, when you're going through things, all right, if your mind is not strong enough, it's going to remember that image during your day because you're going to be processing what happened during your day in those bored moments when you have nothing to do. That's why it's very important to get up off your ass and do something. Don't be bored. There's no time to be bored. If you're bored, go to sleep. And if you can't sleep, you need to get up and do something. All right? As simple as that. What it takes is a complete overhaul of reprogramming you, your mind, your soul, your body to break away from sex and the sex spell of sex that has been casted over you. And yes, I said spell. If you cannot get 30 days of semen retention under your belt, you are still under the spell of sex. You feel me? You get to 60 days, you'll be in a good spot. Because the next 30 should be easy for you. If you can get to 60, you can damn sure get to 90. That's a fact. Okay? 3 months. To get to 90 days, you'll be fully, like for real, reprogrammed all the way. Because you would have had to practice for days in and days out ways to better yourself, to not have to resort to releasing or getting that dopamine hit. Parts of you will be dormant in that sexual emotion. So what you practice is very important during those times of those 3 months. And I'm telling you guys, you got to get off this internet for a good minute, all right? And then slowly introduce things back to test yourself, because you got to know one thing is that, all right, I done did all this work. How are you going to know that it's working unless you test yourself? See how strong your mind is. All right? You got to put the mind to work. And if you're set in one way, and once again, you get too cocky on this journey, you'll fall, man. I've been there. You'll fall. So you got to get a grasp on yourself. Be committed. Like I said, make a pledge to yourself, man. Affirm it. Gentlemen, I appreciate you for tapping into this content. From the bottom of my heart, once again, I thank you. I show my gratitude for you guys who come and check out the content. All ways to donate to the channel will be in the description of this audio. I also do consultations. My email will also be in the description. To reach out to set up your consultations is my email. Once again, man, I thank you guys. All right. We've been exploited. We trying to fight back, get through all these things. Guys, really tap into this content more. I got more coming. With all that said, love and peace.